Hello, and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Bitcoin and Solana today fighting for critical support levels. They are both in a very similar situation right now. I don't know if you've watched the latest Bitcoin video, but Bitcoin is still holding support just about. And also the more direct upside extension possibility for Solana is on very, very thin ice. Today, Solana has come down to that 78.6 retracement level at 54.50 that I shared with you in my earlier video today. You can see it turned around exactly at the fib level. Well, if it's a turnaround or not, that's what probably the next few hours will tell. There is at least a notable reaction. But yeah, obviously you see a lot of selling pressure come in. Bitcoin as well. I mean, they are sort of toppy up there. They are trying to form a top. I think we can get another extension, but it really the risk definitely increases. So there are a lot of people waiting for a deep pullback now. That can happen at some point, but I will not be able to confirm it below until the price breaks below 49.40 and enters this wave 4 support area, because the micro support levels, they still allow for another extension from here. But most importantly, any direct extension to the upside which happens from above 49.40 would be counted as extension of the third wave. Whereas anything that, if the price drops below that level, I will count it as the fourth wave. And it should get into the region around $34.40 and $40. That would be ideal. A lot of people waiting for another extension. I think, the risk is just increasing, especially with that latest pushback. And also with if you consider that Solana has really reached what it needed to reach up there. It has done what it needed to do. Surely, I guess, if Bitcoin gives it another extension, then Solana can probably do that as well. But I think the takeaway is that, first of all, another extension isn't needed. The wave count is pretty full to the upside, as explained in the previous videos, and a break below 49.40 will confirm the larger degree fourth wave pullback. Now let's take a look at the microstructure, because this is quite interesting. The short-term bullish wave count would suggest that. Let's talk about the short-term bullish and then the short-term bearish count. Very important takeaway is as well that both our counts are bullish overall. Okay, so if we get another extension higher, and the price moves to the next Fibonacci extensions higher, like $71.40, I think that is the next one. Then we've got one at around $79. See, either they are reached directly in wave 3, or we get a pullback and then we go higher, because the fifth wave should still happen. At least that's the current expectation. I mean, nothing is set in stone in the markets. The context can change with any analysis. When new data becomes available, then the interpretation can change. And also with price data, if new price data comes in, the interpretation can change. But from what we can see right now, that's the only perspective we can take, right? There should be further extensions. So either in wave 3, if not, and a pullback is due at some point, especially from here. If not, then after the fourth wave. But for now, we can still watch for another high as long as $54.50 is holding in the short term. Below that level, it might reset this wave 4. So short-term bullish count. We finished off the small fourth wave. This here is a 5-wave move in a wave 1. We came down in a wave 2. The problem with this is you have a potential 5-wave move up, but it's not clearly 5 waves. You have something to the downside that doesn't really look like a correction. So it's very mixed, you get a very mixed bag here at the moment. From here, however, as long as today's low is holding, a third wave could unfold. That would be ideal to get another extension, or even a few more extensions, 4, 5. And that should be the top then. So if we don't get this and today's intraday low breaks, that would massively increase the risk of more of a roller coaster ride. This year, if it now carries on to the upside, it ideally would finish off a third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave, and would then possibly mark the top after moving another, I don't know, 20% or something. So, but yeah, it is getting quite toppy up there. And also Bitcoin can't really decide before the weekend. So it will be interesting. I mean, Saturday is typically Solana day, right? And at least in the last few weeks, I think Solana was typically the coin that was running on Saturdays. So we'll see. I mean, that's just obviously just pure speculation. I just wanted to make a funny comment about that. Anyway, but it really was the case, because every Saturday in the last few weeks, I think Solana really performed well. So which is quite good, because the whole, the weekends in 2023 until middle of October or so, they were really boring. So it's getting really interesting. Now the short-term bearish count could be characterized by a head and shoulders pattern. So all we need now is a corrective rally, and then it can come down. How would that work with the wave count? Well, you see in orange that the top could be in this third wave. And then it's actually quite straightforward. It's quite straightforward, because I'll mark that in red for you. The move down would be an A wave. Yeah? Might be finished, might just maybe go a little lower. Then we could get that corrective rally that I mentioned in a B wave, and then we can come down in wave C. So A, B, C. And then we need to see, is this all of wave 4, or is this just a larger A wave? We do another B wave and then come down in C, which seems likely given the length that the wave 2 took. And we want to have the wave 4 take roughly the same length. So if I zoom out, I show you that wave 2, at least to have a reliable wave 4. I mean, if you see how long that wave 2 took, I mean, it's not absolutely necessary that it also takes that long. It started in July, middle of July, and finished basically middle of September, so a couple of months. Now, I don't suggest it necessarily needs to take that long, but they still have roughly the same length. Can be a bit shorter, can be a bit longer, but it shouldn't be like, 2 months compared to a week or so. Yeah, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links for those in the video description. There's additional content there basically every single day. Stuff about mindset, trading, Elliott wave, trading tips, all sorts of stuff. So check it out. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.